What's going on, guys? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be reacting to the 5 biggest problems the 2026 World Cup could face. So, at the time of posting this video, the World Cup is beginning tomorrow. So, we are going to be able to see quite quickly if these problems come up to the surface in this year's tournament. I'm saying it like it's an annual thing. It's every 4 years. The stakes are so high. It's so important. Like, this is probably the biggest worldwide event where so many different countries are competing at the largest stage for football, for sure. And it's in the US. FIFA continues to impress all of us by ignoring geopolitical circumstances and basically what's happening in the world. Like the past few tournaments, they just put them in the craziest places possible. And now it's in the wonderful United States. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Before we get into it, guys, if you want to get right for the World Cup in the summer of football, check out the first link in description to get yourself some merch. Let me know your thoughts on the designs, guys. Thank you to everyone who has supported so far. No pressure. Okay, thank you so much for watching the videos regardless. And let's get right into this. And I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on each of these problems. If they're really, are they actually going to be problems? Let's find out. Here we go.
Take a look at this photo. It's from the quarterfinals of the 2025 Club World Cup at the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Chelsea are 1-0 up against Benfica. There's something wrong. The players aren't playing. They're being forced to leave the pitch, and the tens of thousands of fans watching on are being asked to shelter inside the stadium. And this wasn't a one-off. It also happened here, here, and here. In fact, it happened 6 times across the whole tournament. Over 7 hours of delays, all caused by one thing: violent storms. And it wasn't the only problem the tournament faced. Players warned about extreme heat, fatigue, and pitches that weren't ready for elite-level football. The reason this all matters? In just 7 months' time, the USA will be hosting the biggest sporting tournament on the planet, the Men's World Cup, alongside Mexico and Canada. So with more teams than ever before, over 6 million fans expected to attend, and billions more watching from home, all against a backdrop of political uncertainty, is North America really ready to host the beautiful game on its biggest stage? Because the 2025 Club World Cup was supposed to be the dress rehearsal, but it exposed major challenges. So let's take a look at the 5 biggest issues that could shape the 2026 World Cup. Okay, so let's lock in on an England fan.
What is he doing?
This is Charlie. Charlie is desperate to head to the States and watch a match. But before we get into the issues they could face on arrival, they need a ticket first. There were ticket price estimates earlier this year, and they're not cheap. In theory, Charlie could be paying around $60 for a group stage ticket.
This video is a few months old, and it is showing. First of all, the price issue, that came to fruition. The dynamic pricing that has been used is blowing up ticket prices, and many people are uncertain if they're even going to attend. Like 60, 600. Bro, like crazy prices.
If Charlie wants to get to the final, the most expensive are fetching around $6,000. Compare that to the last World Cup in Qatar, where the most expensive seats for the final were around $1,600. But let's say Charlie misses out on a ticket and opts to buy through the official resale website. FIFA claims to compete with unofficial sites, resale tickets aren't capped. So these tickets could soar in cost, pricing ordinary fans out. Okay, let's say you've managed to get yourself a fairly reasonable ticket and you're off to the US. What's the catch? Well, let's find another football fan. This is Fahad. He's from Iran. It's his dream to watch his country at the World Cup. But Trump's crackdown on immigration means Farhad most likely won't make it if it's in the United States. Iran is on a travel ban list. There's been crackdown after crackdown on immigration since Trump took power again, and a tightening of travel restrictions.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm pretty sure this video dropped before the war in Iran. So, like, this guy is clairvoyant. Like, how did he predict these things? I mean, well, the travel ban was there, but yeah, that's definitely not happening for Farhad now. That's yeah.
FIFA has repeatedly promised that the world is welcome in America, in the United States. But without clear, forceful advocacy and action from FIFA, those words ring hollow.
Yeah.
FIFA must use its influence to call on the US government to uphold human rights, end discriminatory travel bans, and stop immigration enforcement actions that target communities where matches will take place in particular.
Earlier this year,
Bro, that was a joke right there. I agree with him, but has he not seen the FIFA owner? He's literally Trump's best buddy. So that is not going to happen. I think they really just picked the US cuz that's where they can make the most money. Like straight up.
Earlier this year, Trump enforced a travel ban on 12 countries and restricted travel to the States on 7 others.
God damn.
Now, the Trump administration have announced a FIFA pass so that ticket holders can jump the line for visa interviews, but still, it's not certain.
Your ticket is not a visa. It doesn't guarantee admission to the U.S. It guarantees you an expedited appointment. You're still going to go through the same vetting. We're going to do the same vetting as anybody else would get. The only difference here is we're moving them up in the queue.
So buy a ticket and okay, yeah, you bought the ticket, maybe we'll give you a chance to enter the country. Look at this guy. Just like this is just so embarrassing. Oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
In the queue.
So how tricky could this get?
So there are some instructions on the Department of State website, but as yet there is no actual FIFA pass appointment system. This will not in any way guarantee that the individuals are getting visas, just to be very clear. If they're subject to the travel ban, they're still going to be subject to the travel ban. If they are not eligible for a visa for whatever reason, this isn't going to change it, but it will get them an appointment earlier than what may be available. And they did say when the first travel ban came out that they might add additional countries, so it is possible that more countries will be added.
But there's another issue you may not have expected.
Oh my God.
How are you going to get everyone to the stadiums with the system the way it is? That's the reality for some host cities. Take Arlington, Texas. The venue is scheduled to host multiple matches, but Arlington is one of the largest US cities without a fixed public transport system, with the concern being both fans and locals will be met with traffic and delays.
Oh my God, yes. Guys, not just Arlington. Any of the cities that are like just built on roads and car infrastructure are going to be nightmares all summer. And there are going to be people coming here thinking that they can hop on a train like they do at home. But that's just not how the US works. Like, it's so expensive. The hotels are going to be expensive. Then the Ubers to get to and from the game, everything. Oh, you know, before watching this video, I definitely like thought about what these 5 problems could be, but I didn't really understand the depth of each of these problems. Like, and also this is still surface level. There's so much more that's going to come with this. And there will be problems revealed once the tournament begins, because we can't really see what they'll be until the holes start breaking and the water starts seeping through and dripping down, and then a puddle appears that you can't escape. It's going to be a really mess. It's going to be a big mess, yeah. And also the weather, of course. A lot of games are on the East Coast. There's a lot of thunderstorms in the summertime on the East Coast, straight up. So this is going to be a mess.
Transport system, with the concern being both fans and locals will be met with traffic and delays. And in Philadelphia, their transportation authority are facing major cuts, which could see almost a 45% cut in services and a 9 p.m. rail curfew. Philly is expected to host 6 matches. Overall, 6.5 million people are expected to attend the World Cup. But can the infrastructure keep up? During the process of selecting host countries for the Men's World Cup, FIFA considered the infrastructure during the bidding process, but that hasn't stopped concern.
On the whole, I think we're relatively prepared in some of the major cities. I give us sort of a, B- if you were to give it a grade. I think there are definitely going to be some hiccups for sure, and people disappointed by the transportation systems. And frankly, it's just it's due to decades of underinvestment in our public transport.
And what?
I mean, at least he's being transparent about it. You really think this big this big group of guys are worried about the transportation? They're trying to see where that money's at, and they picked the right spot. Oh my God. Yeah, but it is going to reveal those the public transport issues, which we should have been investing in a long time ago. I feel so bad for fans visiting.
And what about if the host cities in the US change entirely? It's still possible. There's a political twist that could disrupt these matches completely. And it leads us back to Trump. Although FIFA are responsible for selecting the host cities, the president has threatened to move some of the matches, citing specifically cities run by Democrats.
Any city we think is going to be even a little bit dangerous for the World Cup or for the Olympics, where they have Olympic overthrow, right? But for the World Cup in particular, because they're playing in so many cities, we won't allow it to we'll move it around a little bit.
Trump claims he fears cities like Seattle and San Francisco are dangerous and wants to ensure safety, but with just months to go before the games kick off, that would be a logistical nightmare. And finally, there's one problem we really can't predict. Remember those matches?
How is he gonna he's acting like he owns the World Cup and he can just decide where the matches are? That's not gonna happen. That's just an empty, hollow threat, like every other thing that he says. Bro, you're not gonna control that. And also, those aren't even dangerous cities. They're just liberal, and they protest against him, so he calls them dangerous. But a lot of his supporters with all their guns and AR-15s everywhere, those aren't dangerous areas down in Texas, all that. I don't know. I'm about to just be watching on the television.
We really can't predict. Remember those matches we told you about earlier? Well, there's a very real possibility that could happen again. A report earlier this year found that 14 of the 16 World Cup stadiums planned to be used next year exceed what was described as safe play thresholds for at least 3 major climate hazards. That includes extreme heat, unplayable rainfall, and flooding. Weather is a very real problem for players and fans, especially the heat. The last time a World Cup was hosted in the States was in 1994. It was one of the hottest World Cups on record, where temperatures during one match reached over 40 degrees. Those types of temperatures can lead to very real consequences on the pitch, with players suffering from heat exhaustion as a result and needing constant water breaks. Things will become clearer when kickoff times and locations are confirmed, as FIFA do factor in weather conditions to reduce the risk to players in these climates. Breaks are also considered during the first and second halves, where it's assessed it's needed. When we spoke
And also, listen, the breaks too, that's just going to be more commercials and more money for them. So they're going to do the breaks. I don't think they really care about the players that much. That's a money grab right there. But yeah, guys, the U.S. is so hot during the summer, and especially in like the Southwest, Arizona, Texas will be very hot. But even on the East Coast, like New York City, Philadelphia, all can get up to like over 40 degrees Celsius on the right, or we'll call it the wrong day. Oh man, this is just crazy.
Where it's assessed it's needed. When we spoke to FIFA, they told us
FIFA can confirm ring-fenced allocations are being set aside for specific fan categories at a fixed price for the next ticket sales phase. Participating member associations will be allocated 8% of the tickets for each match in which they take part. FIFA resale fees are aligned with North American industry trends, and the revenue FIFA generates from the World Cup is reinvested to fuel the growth of the game.
Sure.
We are focused on ensuring fair access for existing but also prospective fans.
Now look, we're not explaining all this to kill the mood, but millions of fans, thousands of players and billions of viewers are about to turn their eyes to North America. And when they arrive, they won't just watch the football, they'll be watching how the continent handles everything off the pitch too.
Oh my God. And yes, this video is months old, so it's like things are probably even more tense now than they were. So yeah, listen, World Cup starts tomorrow, guys. Good luck to everyone. If you're visiting the US, best of luck. I hope everything goes well, honestly. Like, I really do hope the travel is smooth and people have a good time over here. Despite all of this stuff, if you're brave enough to visit, then all the best to you. And for those of you watching, I hope your country does well. And let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.